What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another reaction, as I just said in my previous video. We're getting into the second episode of Season 3, Tokyo Revengers. Wow. Right back into the mix of things. Right back into the fucking flow of this goddamn show. Straight hands. Time to learn more about Tenjiku, all of its members, and we got a quick glimpse last episode, so I'm ready to learn more and then also see if we can figure out exactly what Takemichi wants to learn about Kisaki, which is if he can actually travel through time like he can, because at this point this is the only logical explanation. And as soon as I heard that too, I forgot to mention this in my post-episode discussion of the first episode, but when I first heard that, I was like, okay, if he's able to travel through time, like you, right? Okay. And he's constantly changing shit after you change shit. What the fuck other option do we have but to kill this goddamn man? What other option do we have? Which obviously is the most extreme, but then obviously another option came up where like, okay, maybe if he was incarcerated for like a life sentence or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's possible too. But like then again, like if it works the same way where he has someone who he trusts, who knows about the power, maybe it's Hanma, but I don't know, because they've always been close. But that's maybe we'll get to that later. Maybe that's true or not. But if it works the same way where he has to contact with somebody, then if they just had a visit in prison, you could still travel to the past. You have a chance to at least. But at this point, as he said, Kisaki's dead in the future. You know what I'm saying? So like he's desperate. Like he can't go back to the future right now. This is the only moment left he has in the past to change things the way he wants them to go, so he's still alive and has the future that he wants. So this constant battle between these two people's like varying outcomes of the future is fucking wild. So I'm really enjoying where this is going, and hopefully get the answers that we want and Takemichi wants, and figuring out if Kisaki is actually possible of this. Who knows if he's going to give him a straight answer? Who knows when they're actually even going to be able to have that conversation, if they do, because then again, like he's close to the leader. Like you're not just able to talk to him anymore. Like he's a normal person in your own gang. Like it's going to be a little bit more work than that. So naturally you're going to have to fight your way up probably. And then also just learning about Tenjiku more and its members itself. Like they're just very intriguing and a lot bigger than anything else we've seen before, and it has a lot of heavy hitter members, like big names, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the second episode and see where we go from here. So if you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Season 3, Episode 2, Tokyo Revengers. I see that famous thing. So, looks like we're having a Toman meeting. That's right, I forgot to fucking mention that shit too. What do you mean by that, bro? So that means he's implying there's a traitor other than Kisaki, because obviously Kisaki's not a part of the gang anymore. So, like, what the fuck? The plot just keeps thickening. Oh, it is a new gang. S62, what does that even mean? Haitani. Okay, it's not Hayaten. Haitani. So all these heavy hitters have a thing in common where they're a part of the S62 generation, whatever that means. The ghost of the 9th generation Black Dragon that we crushed. So these are motherfuckers that had grudges against each other and normally wouldn't team up at any cost, but because of Toman, they're willing to. Alright, well he's already shouted the order and everybody's fucking down with it. Okay, so he's going back to the future actually pretty quickly to gain some more information before moving more along in the past. And it's gonna be Hina that answers the door, obviously, before fucking. Or no, okay, she just pulls up. All right, bet. No shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry, but like, damn. I'm right. Like I said, he damn for sure never gives up. Okay, we didn't even have to see Naoto. They just went ahead like, all right, yeah, he's at the apartment. He's traveling back to the future. That's what I said. That's what I said. Okay, you were kidding, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a back and forth over and over again. But he won't. Yeah, that's right. So he wouldn't. He hasn't done that either yet. Yeah, that's the leader of Tenjiku. Oh, he's part of Toman's. Oh, that's right. He was the ninth. That's what Toman. That's what they were just talking about at the meeting. He was the ninth generation Black Dragon leader. I mean, you already have a picture of him up on the fucking board. How have we not done more info on him already? Damn right. I hope so too, motherfucker. I'm tired of this cat and mouse bullshit. So yeah, Izuna was the ninth generation Black Dragon leader, so that's why it's still kind of a fucking thing that's influencing Toman. But I feel like there was a hint in that first episode with Izuna showing himself and introducing himself to Mikey. And maybe that's what corrupted Mikey in some way. Like, even more than he already was, because Mikey's already been kind of a loose cannon, kind of like very emotional and reactive. But maybe Izuna pushed him even more of a step forward into the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, because Izuna's a part of Toman's top brass in the present timeline. For some reason, right? Which Kasaki was a part of too, but apparently Kasaki's dead. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. It felt like everything went right. Why did you... That was so awkward, bro. Look who it is, bro. He's been coming there every day since then. This dramatic, fucking... This show is so fucking funny, dude. In crazy ways, man. Yeah, I mean, if anybody would know, it'd be him, right? Yeah, because he took over and made the new generation from the old generation, or the generation before it. I thought he was about to be fucked now, since like he straight up just said like, yeah, he's in the police. Damn, still intimidating as ever, but what a stand-up guy. He's got his own restaurant and shit. Look at this, you know what I mean? その大樹君、天竺ってチーム。その昔、横浜にあったチームだ。そもそもブラックドラゴンを作ったのは誰か知っているか No. 作った人？初代ブラックドラゴン総長、佐野真一郎。Excuse me? ブラックドラゴンを作ったのはマイキーの実の兄だ。Oh my fucking god! マイキー君の Wow, that's big fucking info. Oh, he was the 8th generation leader. Izuna Kuroka. Oh, that's right, because 9th generation was Taiju's older brother or some shit, right? There was another brother or something? I don't know. Can't remember. 黒川イザナはブラックドラゴンを引退して3年後に横浜天竺を作り、東卍と揉めた。
それが関東事変。
The Kanso incident, yeah, he said the title just like Kisaki said.
散々長引いた挙句の手打ちだったからな。
勝ち負けがつかなかった。
トップに佐野万次郎、ナンバー2に木崎哲太、ナンバー3に黒川伊沢。
結局木崎は東卍に。
He still ends up in Thomas. Yeah, dude, what do we fucking do, bro? But he's dead right now. Yeah, okay. So like, what the
本当に
fuck?
死んだのか？
Oh, fake death?
木崎は本当に死んでるのか？
Fake death?
橘直人。
黒川は予想以上の大物です。
Oh, wow. He's got influence on the police, so he's revising records and shit. So they made... Wow! Fake death! Fake death.
様々な嫌疑がかけられている木崎を海外に逃がし、生きてます。
Okay, so exactly. Back to square... What do we do? What do we do besides kill him? What do we do? What do we do, man?
そして木崎は海外。実質、今の東卍のトップは黒川伊沢だ。佐野万次郎は黒川伊沢に竜宮寺剣以上の絶大な信頼を置いていたんだろう。
ドラケン君より。
So apparently he had even... somehow Izuna gained Mikey's trust even more than Draken. That's crazy. What in the fuck is going on here? This is in the future.
東卍の兵隊引き連れて何しに来やがった。イザナはてめえの心を満たしたか？いない。今でも東卍の財布のままか？ここない。立場をわきまえろ。半端者のカスども。
That's right. They both of them used to be their subordinates or his subordinates. Well, also Takamichi's too. Yeah, that's right. He said both of their bosses. Yeah, who would have thought Taiju was gonna be this big of a fucking help in the fucking present timeline? Like this, bro. This shit is blowing my mind right now. Oh yeah, bro. He still got it. Yeah, don't fuck with him like that.
久々にごついてやるか。
黒川伊沢を知るためのキーマンなんじゃないか。直人、どうしたんですか、竹道君。
Yeah, they were since they were sniffing around the fact that Izuna has a lot of influence on the police, and he started doing some digging. That's what led them. Oh my fucking god, hurry up and touch his goddamn hand. Touch his hand. Hurry up. Bro, what happened? Bro, we need both of you alive. We can't just have one die. It doesn't matter. Oh my god, both of them. My Mikey? His childhood friend. Touch his hand. Hurry up, please. Okay, you guys are bleeding out. You guys need to touch your hands. They didn't actually finish the job because they're fucking stupid, and this is how the plot is gonna get driven out. Bro, so much has happened in these 2 episodes. I'm like at a loss for words, bro. I forgot what I was even saying. I was so shocked by Kisaki's presence. Damn right, it's what this show is all about. He never gives up. But thus far, somehow is yet to improve. Well, now it's do or die for Takamichi, because if he comes back to the future without changing anything, Naoto's dead in the future now. Back to the past we go. Holy fucking shit. What an episode, bro. Oh my god, the ending. Yeah. Okay. Damn, it's like some Japanese pop punk, baby. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god, but for real though, what a fucking episode, dude. Literally these two episodes, both of these episodes, like back in the flow of things, like first two episodes of season 3, gas. Fucking gas, man. I'm just kind of at a loss for words. I'm gonna have to gather myself here for a second before we get into this fucking discussion. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, guys. What a fucking spectacular episode of Tokyo Revengers, episode 2 of season 3. Both of these episodes to start out, like, this is just the starter of this season, like, getting back into the season, like, just, like, the fresh start of season 3. Wow. Very strong start. Especially this episode and the fact that Chief Yuza actually kind of like just mentions like in the beginning, like, because obviously they start to have a Toman meeting. They're going off of the information of what they've gathered so far on what just happened in Tokyo, and you know who got attacked and where, and who is a part of the attacks, and who is a part of this gang, and what they're calling themselves, and this and that. So they're relaying information and having a discussion about Tenjiku, who the possible members are, and you know most of these members that some of these people have seen, like the Hayatani brothers that Mitsuya fought with, as well as Mochi, fucking some other people as well. Like they're all part of this apparent like S62 generation, which is a little bit older than Taiju. So obviously they're like kind of like more so veterans than Toman. Because Toman, when they formed, they took out the 9th generation of Black Dragon. But Izuna was the leader of Black Dragon for its 8th generation. So Toman took them out. Toman wasn't even in the picture when Izuna was like at his height with Black Dragon. That goes to show for the rest of the other gangs that were a part of that S62 generation, they, you know, Toman wasn't in the picture for any of them yet. So these motherfuckers have kind of like been avoiding each other and usually don't get along, but somehow this guy Izuna has pulled them all together on one common goal of taking over Toman, or just defeating Toman, whatever. And usually they're at each other's throats, and they're pretty much veterans. Like if you think about it, like they're fucking older than most of the guys in Toman, like older than Mikey's generation and whatnot. And we also learned some crazy shit later in the episode too, where we found out that Mikey's older brother was the founding member of Black Dragon. He was the first leader of the first generation, which is fucking crazy. Okay, what wild fucking info. So maybe that's why Izuna has introduced himself to Mikey so early, and Mikey didn't even really know who he was, sitting next to him, and Izuna was just like, "Oh, I'm so and so. I'll be seeing you later," and then he like complimented his bike, because maybe Izuna already knew or had known Mikey's older brother. It's possible. That's why he like complimented the bike. He recognized it. It's a replica of his older brother's bike. I don't know, maybe. But also, what is the connection there? Like, what is Izuna's goal in all of this? Like, why did he say "my Mikey" at the end of the episode? Whenever like he was talking to Takemichi, like, these guys killed my Mikey. Like, what do you mean my Mikey? And apparently Mikey, towards the end of it, from learning from Taiju, because this was pretty much the entire episode, was after we learned the discussion and going over Tenjiku, Chifu was like, okay, well, there's kind of no stopping this battle and war about to happen. So, like, why don't you, like, we don't have any information. Why don't you, like, I know you said you didn't want to go back to the future yet, but why don't you just go back to get more info and just learn some more and then come back? You know what I'm saying? That way you know more of what you're trying to change. So he goes back to the future. He starts chatting with Naoto, and then they have the pictures up on the board. Kisaki's apparently dead. You know, Izuna's up on the board too, but they don't really know much about him. They just know that he's a part of Toman's top brass. So like, what the fuck is Izuna doing as fucking the top brass of Toman? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck happened between this Kanto incident? Like, what, you know, what's going on there? Where's the disconnect? And then obviously Mikey's dead as well. So Kisaki, Mikey apparently dead. And then it's only Izuna. So if Izuna's the only one left at the top brass, he's the leader of Toman, basically. So that's where Naoto, like, you know, he didn't know this beforehand, because Tenjiku, like, most of the police don't even know that fucking name. So, like, you know, this gang did not last long because of, like, how short in terms of how long ago it was, 12 years ago, this conflict was between Toman and Tenjiku in this past incident, at the Kanto incident. where they came to some sort of agreement and then ended up joining forces, and who knows all the things that leads up to that. That's obviously what we're going to be getting into, and hopefully Takemichi can tackle that. But that's where he told Naoto, like, okay, if this guy was the fucking leader of Tenjiku, look the fuck into him. And then that's where Takemichi was like, all right, let me try and go do some digging myself. And for whatever reason, he goes back to that church to just sit there for a little bit and think. And then obviously he thinks back to the moment that he was in that church, you know, which seems like just yesterday, which probably was for him because he keeps on traveling back and forth between past and present. And he just screams out, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then we hear a familiar voice come out of nowhere, like, oh, yo, quiet down. And lo and behold, it's fucking Taiju. Like, oh, wow, okay. So obviously all the previous top members of Tomen are dead. Mitsuya, Hakai, you know, all of the original top members, and are replaced by the new top brass, which is what Kisaki wanted to create his own Tomen, and he did that with Izuna. So Kisaki, Izuna, part of the top brass. Some of the other top brass, Inui, Inupi, and Koko. You know, those two that came to challenge Taiju and somehow found out about their meeting. So that's what we get into after the church, is that they start to relay information and trade intel, because Taiju wants revenge, or, you know, his brother to have justice since his brother was killed by them, which he's pretty sure was Izuna's doing, since that's the rest of the top brass of fucking Tomen. And so that's when they start trading information, and we learn about Mikey's older brother being the first leader of Black Dragon, the founding member. What started it all. Izuna being the 8th generation Black Dragon leader, and, you know, him being a part of that S62 generation or whatever that's older than Taiju. And then bringing all those members together. And then also Taiju, you know, kind of hinting, is Kisaki really dead? And then that's where, looking at Naoto begins to talk and says, like, okay, like, I did some digging. Apparently Izuna, somehow, some way, who knows how, but he has some sort of influence over the fucking police. So they had some shit revised where it says Kisaki's dead, but really he's abroad, or so they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be anywhere in Japan, but it's known that he's abroad elsewhere, and in Japan it's known that he's dead. So he's kind of like a fucking invisible fucking human. You know what I'm saying? And that just revealed, like, so much. So, like, that's, like, literally, okay, Mikey's literally dead, so the only two left that are a part of Tomen, that are literally the leaders of Tomen, are Kisaki and Izuna. Like, bro, it's fucking just wild. Like, plot twist after plot twist. Like, this time travel bullshit is crazy, bro. So that's when they learn all this crazy shit, and then their fucking, you know, meeting and trade intel is interrupted by Inupi and fucking Koko, the previous, you know, they literally said of themselves, like, oh, look, my two previous bosses having a meeting, because they used to be under Taiju and then also used to be under Takemichi in the first division of Tomen. So it seems that they are very close in terms of listening to Izuna, as well as Takemichi's older friend, who was the one that shot him. And obviously the big reveal, like, whenever Takemichi turned around and Kisaki's just in the alleyway, and they got him. They fucking got Naoto and Takemichi, and Takemichi's the only one that's going to the past, so Naoto's pretty much dead if Takemichi don't change some shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dire. Now it is super desperate for Takemichi. So, man, I don't know where the fuck we go from here, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. And then obviously, like, he didn't have a chance to actually talk to fucking Kisaki in the future, so he didn't confirm whether Kisaki can travel through time or not, but he at least knows that he's fucking alive in the future now. So Kisaki's not as desperate as Chifuyu once thought whenever Chifuyu mentioned it in the past. So, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what Takemichi's plan of action is going to be once he gets back in the past. I just can't wait to see what the fuck he's got up his sleeve and what he actually thinks he needs to do, because I don't fucking know. The only thing that's come conclusion to me is, like, yo, Kisaki's got to die, bro. At this point, like, he's got to die. He's got to fucking die. Like, goddamn, Naoto said it himself. He was kidding, but, like, come on, that's like the easiest, logical, extreme, rational fucking decision here is kill the cancer. Like, I'm just saying. But yeah, I think that covers second episode. That was fucking gas in terms of watching these both back to back, the first two episodes. Really good stuff. I'm loving it. So that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If y'all did, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.